Hello everybody, I'm Dan. Welcome to my Java and Raspberry Pi programming tutorial series. In this video, basically I'm going to be talking about installing Java ME embedded on Raspberry Pi. The first thing I'm going to do is pop open my website here, pijava.com. You can click on Pi programming, or I've also got my Java tutorials, same URL, actually different URL, javacjava.com. Gets you here too as well. But under the Pi programming here, I'm starting on a list of all the stuff I've got going on. Overview, configurations. I'm using remote desktop here inside of this little this page here. You can watch this video here for installing remote desktop if you're not familiar with that. If you're just using your Raspberry Pi using other emulation VNC or good old keyboard monitor and mouse plugged into it, that's all good too. You'll be able to follow along. So basically in this tutorial, I'll show you how to download, install, and configure Java ME, which is Micro Edition. So first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this here, and then I'm going to remote desktop here into my Raspberry Pi. So there we go, Pi, Raspberry. Okay. Okay, so I'm sitting in front of my Raspberry Pi, and actually I am, but nothing's plugged into it except it's just power in the wireless network here. First thing I'm going to do is open up my terminal here, and you'll see Pi and then @Raspberry Pi. Okay, so that's the user logged in and the machine name there. If we open up the File Explorer here, you'll see the home directory here, Pi, right? And then the various different directories and files under there. If we just use a simple ls command, Linux command ls, you'll see the same folders and files there. We're just going to close out of that real quick here and open up the web browser. And so all we're going to do is just going to do a search for Java ME. Okay, and with the first one that comes up here is Java Platform Micro Edition. Rid of that by Oracle, right? Which is what we want. So we'll click on this. And that takes us to the Java Platform Micro Edition page here on Oracle's website. There's a couple different ways to get to the download for the ME Embedded. We could go through here, or we can just simply click right here on this ME Embedded. And this might change at a future date, and I might be doing an updated tutorial when it does. But for now, we'll go ahead and click on ME Embedded. And what we're looking for is this one right here, the one that has the Raspberry Pi Model B in it there, okay? And we have to come up here and click on the Accept License Agreement, which is basically we're accepting the OTN, the Oracle Technology Network License Agreement. Then it'll allow us to click on this, okay? Now, we won't be able to download it just yet. There's, in order to continue the download, we must either sign in or create an account. And I created an account years ago, so I'll just sign in and begin to download. However, if you've not created an account, then you can go ahead and, create one. And it's free, and you can use that same account to download other Oracle products like MySQL, or whatever. You just basically have to put in your information here, and then you'll be able to download it. It's free. There's no reason not to. Let's go ahead and go back on that. I'm just going to sign in here. And sign in. Now this particular browser just starts downloading the zip file that we selected right down here in the bottom down there. It's only 3.5 megabytes, so I'm going to select Show in Folder here. Okay, so it downloaded this into the Downloads folder off of the Pi there. We can go ahead and close out the browser. We don't need that anymore. So what I want to do is I want to come up here to the Pi folder there, right? We know it's in Downloads here. I'm going to right click and just create a new folder here. I'm just going to call this Java ME. Excuse me. Come back into my Downloads folder. I'm just going to cut this out of my Downloads folder, put it into my Java ME folder there, and paste it. Now, I like to work with the command line as much as possible. So I'm going to just open up Terminal here. I'm going to use CD for change directories to the folder we just created, Java ME, ls to list all the files there. You can see our big old zip file in there. I'm going to type in sudo, which is super user do. Super user is essentially the same thing in Windows as right-clicking, selecting administrator. It gives you elevated privileges and stuff like that. So super user do unzip, and then I'm going to hit O, and then I hit tab on my keyboard, which will fill in the rest of that big long thing. I don't want to type all that out, and then hit enter. So that'll extract it, and you can see up there in the File Explorer, it just basically created these files here too as well. We can open these and look at them there. We can right click on them, go to Properties, Permissions, and you can see they've got pretty loose permissions on them, but you know what? We need to, as the final step of the installation here, we need to basically set everything in this whole Java ME folder, to basically full read, write, execute, everything permissions. And we're going to do that down here in the terminal. We're going to do superuser_do, and we're going to do chmod, and then we're going to do minus uppercase R. 777 is the code that tells it to go ahead and give basically full everything permissions to everything in all subfolders there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hit enter on that. And it'll just return us back to the prompt with a successful thing on that. If we come back up here to Java and we go into this file now and go back to properties, you can see permissions, everything's set now to everyone. So we've basically got this all configured out and properly done here. So we can go ahead and close out of that. And at this point in time, you've completed the installation. So I was originally going to demonstrate a simple Hello Pi program, but I decided I may need to redo this tutorial some point in the future if Oracle changes the Java installations website around. So what I decided is I'll just go ahead and in my next tutorial show you how to do a simple little Hello Pi program there. So anyway, stay tuned. That concludes this tutorial. Thanks for watching.